Hey Pile 1, welcome to your reading today, where we are kind of looking at a topic that might be a little emotional for you, or maybe you're just really excited to hear. All of you watching these videos today, it's a no contact or a low contact situation for you and your person. I saw in the poll you guys want to know, when will you hear from your person, or will you? You guys have picked some cool stuff today. I have this beautiful malachite crystal that you have picked, and malachite is really beautiful to help protect the heart and to give your heart a little bit of love and a little bit of healing. You also have picked the Before Tarot card, which is a really cool tarot card deck because it talks about what happens before the Rider-Waite tarot card happens. So basically this gives more to the story. And you also might be wondering, why are you guys in a no or a low contact situation? So we'll be able to look at that too if you want. I have this really cute little autumn fall block. It says meet me at the pumpkin patch. Super adorbs. So I like this for you. This is the little autumn fall piece that you have picked today. So cute though. We have that in frame now so you can see it. Super cute. And I will put your malachite next to it. So to give your heart a little extra love, a little extra healing. So no or low contact. When will you hear from them? Will they send you a message? So let's see. I'm going to look a little bit at a traditional relationship spread to see what's going on in the connection as well to start. And then we can delve deeper into what's going on here. And will they contact you? Will they send you a message? When will it happen? Maybe why are you guys in a low or a no contact situation? Can anything be done about it? So we will look at all these things. All right. So for you on your side, basically this relationship spread goes where this is how you're thinking and feeling about them right now and what you're experiencing from your end and your side. This is their side, how they're thinking and feeling about you, what they're experiencing in this connection and what they are going through, how, what's in their mind right now about you and what are they experiencing. This represents these three cards down here is the past, what has happened already to bring you guys to this situation where you are now. 3 cards for the near future in the next few months. We want to see communication cards there. So 3 months in the future, since I'm releasing this mid-November, I would say, would they contact you by Valentine's Day? And this card is for the longer term future, or a card about further off in the distance. Maybe would they contact you down the road more months later, or a year later, or down the road in the future at some point? Like basically, will you ever hear from them? So let's see here. So for you, what I get is I get 7 of Swords, the Tower, and the Ace of Wands reversed. So yeah, I feel like, to be honest, and because the thing is like when I do these readings, I'm a pretty cheerful, bubbly person, but when I do readings like this one, it seems a little more somber. And some piles are different, even in a topic like this, but just even starting with you, it kind of, I tapped into the energy right away, and it kind of made me think like, okay, no, this is more of a serious energy. This is more of a serious pile, honestly. So here's the 7 of Swords card. And this is always called kind of like the thief in the night. So I feel like your person may have betrayed you. They may have hurt you and broken your heart, because I feel like there was this really jarring thing that happened with the Tower. Maybe you've been wondering it, or you've been suspicious of it, or you've been sensing it, or maybe you just had this, upheaval or this major abruption in your life. So the Tower, you can see how it's standing up, and there are these lightning bolts that are coming down that are about to strike the Tower. And I get the 7 of Swords, which is like, you can see this man, reaching down to get these swords, and, these swords do not belong to him. So, in the regular tarot, it shows him like running off with them. So this is the moment before he steals something, or before he betrays, or that sort of thing. So for you, I feel like you might be sensing that your person is hurting you or betraying you, or you may already have information of this. I feel like for most people watching, you already have this information. Maybe they haven't admitted it, but you've caught them in things. Maybe they've been lying to you. Maybe there is this situation here. But either way, even if they did nothing wrong, it seems like maybe even their absence makes you feel abandoned, which can be a feeling of a betrayal. It could make you think, wow, I feel so betrayed. I didn't think they would ever leave me, or they would ever abandon me, or they would ever do this to me. So just so you know, right away, you guys, I feel like there's a lot of you watching that have gone through this situation, that you're going through it. If you're not going through it, pick another pile, because I feel already that this pile is intense, and I want to be able to give, real help to the people going through this situation. So I don't want you to, if you're not going through this, I don't want you to automatically think, oh my gosh, is my person lying to me? This is only for people that already basically know their person is lying to them. Hi, treasure. Hi, baby. Why don't you get on the couch? Okay. So basically, this is just for people that have already been betrayed. I mean, you're in a low or no contact situation with your person anyways. It's probably not doing the best. I get the Ace of Wands in reverse. So for you on your side, the Ace of Wands, if it's upright, it usually means that, there could be some forward motion. It would mean like an immediacy or an urgency or a right away action. It would mean a lot of sexual passion and attraction. But with it in reverse, it may be that you're feeling like this connection is not being sexual right now. It might be that you feel that this connection is, or maybe you feel like it never really got off the ground, or you feel like, you guys were going to get to that point where you guys were going to be sexual, but then you guys didn't get there. It's like this is the moment before the action was taken. So, it's interesting with these cards and in this dynamic, because I do feel like in this situation that it's like you are bracing yourself, but I feel like you already know. So I want to see now from your person's point of view, what are they doing? What are they experiencing? Because you're going through a lot, sweetie. I feel like you're going through a really tough time, and it's been painful for you. You've been betrayed. You've been hurt. It was a shock, and you don't know if you guys will be able to move forward here. I get the Chariot, and I get the High Priestess, and I get the Five of Swords. So it seems like your person has had to make a decision about you and about this connection that was a little ruthless. So the Five of Swords, you can see how he's like battling. And it's interesting because normally the Five of Wands card is a card where it represents more of a fight or a battle. Now, in this case, I feel like now there are two figures in the distance running away. There are two figures in front battling your person. And it's like your person feels like they have to make a decision that they don't want to have to do, but they feel like they have to do it. I feel like your person feels either resigned to this decision, or it's inevitable, or they feel like, wow, I hate that I have to make this choice. I hate that I have to behave this way, but I have no other choice. So your person, I think, feels like a little bit ruthless or a little bit bad about it. I feel like they probably have a conscience about it, but they also feel like they have to do the thing. So probably this was they had to cut you off or block you, or they had to, do something, and then you finding out about it really shocked you and it really hurt you. So this was like your person really had to make a tough decision that was hard and that was painful. And then I get the High Priestess. So this is that they're kind of keeping their words to themselves and they're keeping things secret. I feel like they're using their intuition to see how you are, though, or they're trying to, feel out intuitively how you are. Maybe you dream about them. Maybe they talk to you in dreams. Maybe, you feel them psychically or energetically. So I do feel like intuitively they are trying to see how you are. And I also feel like intuitively they are wanting to, move forward in their life, because I get the Chariot. So I do feel like there is this energy here. So I do feel like that your person feels like they had to make a rough choice that was hard on you and on them. Probably they feel guilty or they feel bad about it on their side. But it hurt you, and I feel like you were shocked and you felt betrayed by this. and then the Chariot. Yeah. So this is a difficult energy. So I feel like they have to move on. That's just the current energy. Now, we did just have an eclipse, so maybe you guys are still reeling from that. We had 2 eclipses, actually, but the one very recently was the one on the 8th. And this is a timeless reading, so, you know, you guys might be watching this later in the future, and the eclipse November 8th doesn't really bother you guys, or, you know, it's kind of far off in the future that it's not really relevant or applicable here. You may have had a different astrology situation happen that was kind of that influenced your situation here. Now, yeah, in the past I feel like they broke up with you or they cut it off, because I get the Death card. So I feel like in the past they were preparing for this. They were amping up to do this. The Death card is, and again, this is the before tarot, but this is in the past. So in the past, they were just about ready, preparing to cut it. And then it seems like in this current moment, maybe it's like they just broke up with you last night, or they just broke up with you recently. But it seems like, yeah, that there is this. And maybe now that's why you're wondering, like, wow, we just broke up. Will I ever hear from them again? So there is this. Then I get the Princess of Fire, which would be you. I feel like you stood up for yourself. I feel like maybe you were really voicing why things weren't okay in this connection. I feel like you have actually done a good job really protecting yourself and really like honoring yourself and making choices out of self-love. The Princess of Fire is an empowered card, so that is good. So there is that. And then I get the 4 of Coins in the past. So the 4 of Coins represents where it looks like this. It's kind of like in the past, I feel like you were trying to present your person with some options or with some resources or with some help. It's an interesting dynamic here. In the next 3 months, how are things going to go? Okay. So I do feel like you guys will probably, at least in the next 3 months, you guys will move on with your life. So I get the King of Coins, which represents your person focusing on their career and focusing on themselves. Now, the King of Coins is usually a very good relationship card, but it's paired with the 10 of Swords, which is basically the painful ending. And then I get the 9 of Wands, which is the battle is over. So I feel like for you guys that it seems like this situation is most likely over for now. It seems like they go about their career and they go about their life. You, I feel, focus on your healing. What's interesting with the King of Coins, though, is if you attract a new person in the next 3 months, most likely they will be a very strong, deep relationship or a marriage partner. The King of Coins does represent that. Or you may attract a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, because also this is an evolved earth sign. It would be somebody with more of a masculine energy. And if you are a man looking for a woman or somebody looking for a woman, this would be maybe an earth sign grounded woman, or maybe a career woman. So this would be somebody that is very focused on their career that you would be bringing in or attracting to. So there is this. Also, this person would be probably slightly older than you. So there is that. So you also, as you're focusing on your healing and to get the release of this connection, then I feel like, at least for the 3 months, I mean, they can come back in the future, but in about the 3 months in the future, I feel like there's this other person coming in for you if you want them, if you're ready, if you feel like you want to entertain that. So if you're open to that, there is that option. Farther down the road in the future, I get the Knight of Wands. So I do get that for you, that there is a very strong, passionate energy coming in. I'm also getting that this is an energy that is highly sexual and somebody that's a little younger, but it also might be that you have reawakened your passionate side, your sexuality, that you feel your spark and your fire has come back after going through such a tough ending. So I feel like this is a pile for people that have gone through like a very recent breakup, a very recent betrayal. This is still raw. This is still really painful for you. And this is a pile for people that have experienced that kind of situation. And that's how I'm also going to be interpreting it as I continue along in this reading, because that's like the very strong message that's coming through for me. So again, if this is not your situation, feel free to pick another pile. With this Knight of Wands, if you choose not to be with this King of Coins, this other person coming in for you, or maybe this King of Coins has some competition, or maybe your person has both of these people as competition. But this Knight of Wands, or this person coming in, it seems like, is a fire sign. So look for an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, and this would be beyond the 3 months mark. So this would be somebody a little further off in the distance. This would be somebody that travels a lot or likes an adventure. This would be somebody that would absolutely be able to, you know, go with you in your adventures in life. So they are mobile. I feel like they aren't trapped or restricted or like grounded somewhere. I feel like they're fun and energetic, and they are somebody maybe even slightly a little younger than you. Sexy, sexy. So that's a cool energy. An additional interpretation of these cards is you would be attracting a new person in your next earth sign month. So this next relationship partner that you would be meeting, that would be coming in, would be somebody that you could meet in the months of Capricorn, which for you guys watching when I'm releasing it now, Capricorn is from December 21st to January 21st, and that's the earth sign month that's coming up first for you. If you guys are watching it later on, the next earth sign month coming up would be Taurus, which would be on April 21st to April 21st to May 21st, and then Virgo month, which is August 21st until September 21st. So that would be in your time frame when the next serious relationship would come in. And I get for you guys that waiting until the next fire sign person beyond 3 months time. So if you're watching this when I'm releasing it, this fire sign person or this next energetic fun person coming in for you would be coming in either in Aries month, which is March 21st until April 21st, or if you're watching it later on, then this person would be coming in Leo month, which is from July 21st until August 21st, or it would be coming in during Sagittarius month, which would be in December, so that's November 21st until December 21st. But if you're watching this when I'm releasing it, this does not apply to the next few weeks. So this would be beyond. So maybe even next, Thanksgiving-ish. So yeah. Anyways, you guys, let's look a little bit more as to what's going on inside of them, because I want to get some more information that will help you guys in regards to what's going on. So first I'm going to skip around. So I'm actually going to go to light side, shadow side messages. I feel like that's going to be important, and I want to know what's going through their mind. What are some of their twin flame guidance, light side and shadow side messages for your person, pile 1? Because I do feel like that, wow, oh my God, I feel like, oh my gosh, this is so many messages, and I feel like it's because this is a collective reading, and because this is actually such a painful situation, this pile, I'm actually going to read all of them, because I feel like some of these will apply to you, maybe not all of them, because there are multiple people watching, but I'm going to read a few of these, and then there are some other messages. Okay, so there are some sweet messages there. There's some apologies. There is some well wishes. Okay, so there is this. And I feel like that while we started this reading looking to see would your person contact you again, when will they reach out next, I feel like this is a little bit even deeper than that. So that's where I'm kind of going, and I'm kind of letting this river take me down this, creative direction, because I feel like that this is actually very, very important for me to tell you as messages. So the first shadow side message that I'm getting from your person: I need to focus on my finances right now. And we did see that with the King of Coins coming up for the next 3 months, where they are going to be focusing on their work. So for some of you, maybe they have chosen a financial situation over you, and that made you feel very betrayed. Maybe they stayed in a relationship for the money. Maybe they sold some joint financial thing that you had, and maybe they cut you out and they didn't give you something. Or maybe they did something where it's like they chose something financial over you, and that was in a very ruthless way, and it's almost kind of like it made you so stunned and you felt so betrayed by that. So there is that. So they may actually be prioritizing their financial security over this connection. I'm living the consequences of my choices. So I do feel like that they're not happy that they had to make this decision, and there might be some bad fallout for your person because of this. So there is that. If it's separate than the financial decision, I feel like living the consequences of my choices might be that if they betrayed you, let's say they cheated on you, that, you know, breaking up with them or you guys breaking up is a consequence of that. Or, you know, them cheating on you, maybe the consequence is they pay you alimony. Or maybe the consequence is there's something that, you know, they're going to receive as a consequence for this betrayal or for something if they did you wrong. Now, not everybody out here watching this pile that resonates with them is betrayed by your person. But I feel, because sometimes the betrayal can just be like, wow, I just never thought they would break up with me. I just never thought that that person would leave me. You know, that can be a betrayal too. It doesn't mean that they have to screw you over. But for some of you watching, you have been screwed over. And that's where I'm wanting to go here in a really delicate way. I'm settling for the life I thought I wanted. So if your person is overly ruthless and ambitious, then maybe they chose that and they felt like that's been a dream of theirs for a while, but they realized that maybe that's not really what they want anymore. I feel like the consequence of their choices is that they're realizing that maybe they don't want what they chose. Maybe they're realizing they didn't actually. This is not going to make them happy. So there is that. Then I can never find the right words to say to you. So I feel like your person might be pretty mute, and that might be another reason why you guys haven't heard from your person. So it seems like maybe they try to dial your number and they hang up, or maybe they text you but they delete it, or maybe they open your page to message you and then they shut it off. So it seems like they maybe go to message and stop. And then for others of you, I feel like they're like, I just don't know what to say. Or how can I ever explain myself or talk my way out of this? Or what words can even help? Like, it's almost like they feel like words are so useless. And it's like they feel that words are so trite compared to what happened and what's transpassed. So there is this. So I feel like they have a hard time finding the right words to say to you. I put up walls around me. So your person has put up some walls around them. I feel like that has been really difficult for you because it seems like you feel very shut out. I can't go against my family. So for some of you, your person has cut it off because of family issues or family choices. So it seems like they are honoring their family or trying to make the ruthless decision or the tough decision of cutting off this connection to honor some family, you know, promise or some family, you know, obligation. And then, yeah, I need to be alone now. I do feel like that in the cards. I do feel like that your person in a no contact or low contact situation, at least for the near future, is probably not going to need or want to connect right now. I do get I need to be alone. Maybe that will give them some reflection or some clarity that they need, but it does seem like that they probably need to go off and they're doing their own thing. But some, like, you know, if you want to hear some nice words from them, what I am getting is, one, I want the best for you. So I do feel like even though this has transpired and it's been painful, they do wish the best for you. They wish you to be happy. They want you to have a good life. They want you to have good things in your life. They do wish you well. I'm sorry for being critical of you. So I feel like your person also is sorry for any words they said that was painful, any, you know, actions that they did that made you feel not good enough or not worthy or not enough in some way. And also, I keep track of you online. Yeah, that's that High Priestess card that showed up for them, where I feel like they still intuitively hope that you're doing okay. They probably do check up on you from time to time, or maybe if this has just been a recent breakup, maybe they do look at your page and they make sure, like, they want to see your status. They want to see, are you okay? Are you posting on your page? Are you on your stories? Like, what's going on? Are you posting song lyrics that are, you know, pretty emo? Like, what's going on? They're looking. Because I feel like that's their way of wanting to caretake you, and then they stop themselves from reaching out. So there is this. And again, for some of you, you guys have been broken up with just as recently as yesterday. But for others of you, this has been something that maybe it's still a hard, painful, you know, wound that's hard to get over. So let me see. I want to see next. What are they going through? I want to get messages from Divine Masculine. So what are they going through regarding you? Yes, literally, this is exactly the same. Okay, observing your social media to find information out about you. So, yeah, that's exactly what we literally just saw in the very last card. So, they're still trying to keep track of you online. They're trying to see what's going on. And it's interesting because if they have that kind of access where they're able to see what's going on, then I feel like then they're able to get their information without having to ask you for it. So that also might be another reason why maybe you haven't heard from them, because they don't need to ask you how you are because they can see it. So that is something of information for you guys to choose to do with what you want. Some of you may, want to continue to let them see what you're up to have them go through that experience. Others of you may choose to not let them see what you're going through. And maybe that will even be a catalyst to have them reach out because they're curious about what's going on. So there is that. Focusing on healing and letting go of what no longer serves me. Now, this can feel painful hearing this message, because if I were going to read this message based on this scenario, I'd be like, I no longer serve them. But I would say in this particular case, focusing on healing and letting go. So I feel like that this is more the interpretation of the card. And it's not that you no longer serve them, even though some of them, if they are a narcissist, then yes, maybe they got their supply and they're done. But I feel like for others of you, it's more like they're like trying to heal and let go of any emotions that are holding them back, or that are, plaguing them, or that are weighing them down. So I feel like they are working on healing and letting go as a way to, move on from this breakup. Reaping what I've sowed in the past. Dude, you guys, you just got that card where they're getting the consequences of their choices. Reaping what I've sowed in the past, and it has been nothing but chaos and grief. So your person is definitely receiving some karma or some choices or some consequences, reaping what they sow. There's definitely some effects. So if you're wondering like, wow, how could they hurt me like this? They can just go about their life and I'm so sad crying in the corner. I would say that actually, I don't feel like they're going to be that unscathed, to be honest. I feel like there is stuff that there is going to happen, or that is a consequence of this that is going to make them suffer also. So there is that. And then I am working to improve myself. So that's good. That is good for them. I'm glad that they're doing that. Hopefully they won't keep repeating this pattern. If this is something, like say for instance, they've cheated on you, and you know that going into this connection that they admitted like, yeah, actually this is something I do it in my past relationships. I don't want to do it, and this is who I am, or this is what I've done, but I'm going to be different with you, like that. Like this might be like that there's been a pattern that they have where they feel like they keep doing the same mistake. They keep doing the same mistake or the same thing over and over. That is difficult. So it seems like in this situation that they're not wanting to keep repeating the same negative cycle or the same negative pattern in their relationships. And that's what they're trying to work on improving. So they're trying to stop doing whatever betrayal thing they did. They're trying to work on that piece of themselves so that they don't keep being that way. So there is that. All right. Let's see. I want to see what they're thinking in regards to the Let's Fall in Love Oracle. And I know we're getting close to our time, but I'm going to also end on some advice for you, because I feel like you guys have gone through a lot of pain, and I want to be able to help you guys move forward if you want. Wow, this is so funny. Wow. Okay, so literally the first card that came out, look what I saw. We need to talk. That is so on the money, you guys. So yes, no low contact. We need to talk. This is very interesting. So yeah, they know that they haven't been talking to you. They know they can't find the right words. They know they've been sending you messages and deleting them. They know that they've been trying to find out about you on social media. They know that there's something unresolved here. And maybe it's not even unresolved. Maybe you guys have the closure, but maybe it's that there's this emotional piece that is still there. So I get pure intentions. So I do feel like if they have betrayed you, that they do honestly want to make it up to you, or they are sorry. I feel like that they do have, genuine apology energy in them, but I do feel like most of them have hurt you or done that. Yeah, mending bridges. Pure intentions, mending bridges. So I do feel like that your person does want to make peace. If you guys are still tempestuous with each other, I feel like they want to make peace. I feel like they want to mend bridges. I feel like they don't want you guys to be at odds or, on bad terms. They do feel bad for hurting you. Ignoring the warning signs. So I feel like that maybe they sensed that going into this connection with you had some mismatches, and maybe they just ignored it, or maybe they ignored their own intuition telling them, hey, stop, don't do this, when it came to the betrayal act. So maybe they were ignoring their own internal voice saying, like, not to do the thing. Then I get, okay, wow. All right, so this is a very interesting dynamic, and I don't want to give you guys false hope, so this is not for every one of you. But I do want to say for some of you watching, they do want to race in and they want to be friends. So I do see that there is this one which says racing into you. So for some of you, you will still hear from your person. And I get there is hope for us. So I feel like some of them want to be friends, or there's hope to mend the bridge. There's hope to, maybe smooth things over, or there's hope to be on good terms, or that sort of thing. For very, very, very rare pieces of you watching, I would say maybe there's some of you that want to get, your person may want to get back together later on down the road. But that might be after they've done a ton of work on themselves and they've really reflected on their behavior and also gone through a lot of these consequences of their choices, which they don't like. So this wouldn't be immediately if this happens. So I just kind of want to let you know. But I do feel, and that could be that Knight of Wands where they kind of come back in too. That could be them, especially if they are a fire sign, especially if you're dealing with an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. So there is that. So that kind of could be for some of you as well. Let's look at, before we go to advice, because I know this has been a rough one, let me go to tarot and I want to see, will they communicate with you? And if so, when? So, and then I'll go to some advice for you. All right, so, okay. Will they communicate to you in the next, let's say, will they communicate to you in the next 12 months? So, from now, will they communicate to you in the next year? Ace of Coins. Usually that's a financial offer that's strong and tangible, but it's reversed. So this is kind of like, it's hard for them to extend that offer. They can't make that promise right now. They are freeing themselves, though, from something that has now restricted them because of their choices. So there's something that they did that now they're kind of realizing, oh, that's that negative consequence. And they're needing to free themselves up from that negative consequence. Princess of Coins reversed. You may not be open to hearing from them later on in life, down the road anyways. So, or they may believe that you don't want to hear from them. So maybe you've blocked them, or maybe you have, totally cut things off, or maybe you've said the words, don't ever contact me again. And even if you said them in the heat of the moment, they will take them seriously. So it seems like they want to make amends and they want to race into you. However, maybe it's not even in this next 12 months. It might be maybe down the road years later. Sometimes people take years to really reflect on things. And it takes them sometimes years to mature or to grow up or to change their behavior or to change their life or to heal for real. So there is that. So I feel like in this pile, I would say for the majority of you, no. For very few of you, some of you, yes, with the racing in, and there's hope. So there is that. Now I want to see some advice for you. I'm going to get 3 twin flame guidance oracles, and I'm going to get 3 twin flame oracles. So, all right, so 3 advice cards for pile 1, please. Well, that's more than 3. I'll take them anyway. We'll just go extra long for you for this pile because I feel like maybe the other piles won't need it as much, but I think you need it. So I'm just going to do it. So I get perception. So it's interesting. It says red flags, delusion, perspective. See through your own false beliefs. I would say for you guys, you know what? When we fall in love, we can very easily idealize the situation or cast them in the role of being our perfect person. And it seems like that there probably are some red flags here that have made themselves aware, known in this connection, either while you were dating them or after the fact of how they handled it when they cut things off. The delusion and your own false beliefs, I would say, you know, it's natural to have a fantasy that they'll come back. It's natural to have a fantasy that they'll contact us, that they want to be with us, or maybe they'll be with us later. And they're saying for you too, it may just be about like, it's okay to nurture yourself through that and give yourself gentleness by having that and comfort. But I would say also it's okay to remain open to the fact that maybe it's not them that you want in this role, but that you want somebody to show up in this role. And that maybe you were having them show up in this role because you really wanted it. So like, we'll use an example. So say you wanted someone to be your spouse and marry you. And this person came along and they were awesome and hot and they treated you kind and they had some qualities where probably they made you laugh and it was nice. And you were like, this is great, I want to marry them, or I want to really be with them. But what happened is maybe there were some other pieces that maybe either you weren't able to see because you were so focused on, you know, the idealizing of what you wanted, or like the fantasy and the dream that you had. And so sometimes when we get caught up in that fantasy, it's hard to see the red flags. And it's hard for us to be able to see through that. So they're saying for you that it's okay to still give yourself comfort through the fantasy, but also to know that it's okay to be able to, when you're ready, to be able to adjust your perspective to know that you can still have that fantasy, but probably with somebody else. Then I get divine timing. So for some of you, you know, maybe down the road, this person will show up because it says patience, perseverance, peace. Trust that the divine knows when. So for some of you, they want to let you know, like in divine timing, that if this person is meant to come back and contact you down the road, they will, but maybe not for a while. But they, you know, if they're meant to, the universe will absolutely create an opportunity for that. Then I get the ego card, which is pride, jealousy, self-preservation, walls, let your guard down. And it's interesting because these cards, they also said like they can't let their guard down. So also if your person is acting out of ego or pride or walling you off or shutting you out, I would say that there's not much you can do in that situation to change the situation around. So it's like where you can only focus on yourself. And then I get destruction. So I think that that's kind of that tower moment that you went through, that your person kind of went through a destruction in this connection, and then compromise. So if they are to come back or talk to you in the future, it would be about, you know, needing to, one, make sure they don't repeat that action, and what can they do to ensure you that they don't. And then two, what compromises can they make that maybe they haven't made so far in this connection, so that they can be more of what you need or give you more of what you want or respect you more than they were able to. So that. If you guys were not betrayed by your person, then it just might be about how can they give you reassurance that maybe there's more stability here now, or that they're more stable, or that they won't choose money over you for some of you. Now, all right, so for the Twin Flame Guidance Oracle, I'm going to give you guys 3 advice cards. What does pile 1 need to know? What advice? Let's see. Trapped, lighthouse, inner child. Okay, so you're right now, whenever we get broken up with, we absolutely, our inner child is really hurt. So it's about being able to really nurture that piece of you. So with the inner child, I would say that this is really a time to give yourself like extra love, extra comfort, extra nurturing, extra gentleness. What is not helpful is, oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, I should have seen that. Oh, I should have known that. I should have seen that coming. I shouldn't have trusted that person. I knew better. That's not helpful. That is just serving to hurt you. So I would say that this inner child card is about giving yourself gentleness and kindness and compassion right now. Being like, you know what? We really hoped it would work out and it didn't, and that's okay. And I know you're hurting right now, and that's all right. And like really giving yourself that nurturing and that self-love and that gentleness and that like that love. And it's very, very hard for us to get out of our mental prison, right? Like I get the trapped. It's very, very hard for us to get out of that trapping and that pattern of our own inner critic. Maybe your person mirrored to you those critical thoughts that you believed about yourself, and maybe they just verbalized them, or they acted like that. or they made a face or a disgust face or whatever, you know, like, or they gave you a look. And so maybe it's like they were reinforcing these critical beliefs you had about yourself. And it's so hard to really reprogram or start to work through adjusting our own mental thoughts and everything. But I would say that for you, it's okay right now to start to, once you start to notice yourself having like mean inner talk, to really just kind of pause when you're aware of it and be like, you know what, that's okay. I remember in my own life, something that I did that was helpful. I used to say like, oh my God, you're so stupid. You're so stupid. And then I remembered myself really consciously trying to deliberately like change that around. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet that you thought that, you know? And I kept trying to kind of alter that in that way. And so for you, you might find yourself, if there's like a phrase that you say to yourself a lot or that you tell yourself, it might be something that you can replace it with something a little more kind or a little bit more like, you know, loving. And then I get the lighthouse, which is beautiful. So I do feel like for you, you're going to be trusting your intuition. You're going to be able to get your way out of this dark time. You're going to be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel or the light at the end of the lighthouse. And I do feel like you'll be able to see your way through. And I do feel like you are being guided and you're being led and you're not alone, and Spirit is with you, and they are nurturing you and taking care of you. So that is the message that I have for you today, Pile 1. I am sorry that this is a harsh situation and that you've gone through something so painful. But I am here for you if you need me. My channel's here. And if you do need extra healing, I would say therapy can always help. And I would say that for you, it's just about having patience and love for yourself as you get through this rocky energy and this tough time. So I believe in you. You can do it. I send you lots of love. And until next time, I will talk with you later. If this was not your situation, I feel like by now you would have clicked off. But if not, feel free to pick another pile or another video. And of course, if you feel like this resonated with you or connected with you, or there was something in your healing journey that really stuck out, or something that, you know, you went through with their situation with your person that really, you know, really resonated, you know, feel free to leave a comment if you want, or, you know, feel free to leave an emoji. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to, feel free to subscribe. And if you've subscribed but you haven't hit the notification bell, feel free to do that, and that will give you all updates of when I post stories and my community board and shorts and videos and stuff like that. So I'm here for you. I will see you later. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading today, where we are focusing on no contact and low contact situations, where you might be talking to your person very little, or about nothing that important, or very surface, or extremely infrequent, or maybe you talk a lot and then you don't talk at all for a long time, and then they come back in and you talk a lot and then they don't drop off and you don't hear from them at all. Or you may have a no contact situation where you and your person are not talking right now. So we're going to look at it and we're going to see, when will you hear from them again? Will you hear from them again? Will they message you? What's going on in this connection? All sorts of insight. So there is all this. So I have for you this beautiful carnelian. This is a very gorgeous stone in regards to the sacral chakra. Seems like there's definitely a lot of passion in this connection, a lot of creativity. It seems like there's a very strong energy here that's very beautiful. You also have picked this adorable autumn jar with all sorts of adorable, cute fall things on it. How cute and adorable. I love this. I'm going to get this in frame for you so you can see it. I just love it. It's so cute. I kind of am living for it. It's kind of awesome. You also have picked this beautiful yellow autumn fall tarot card deck. It's actually not very autumn with the photos, but I like the yellow. I think it goes with your kind of semblance here. Very fun, and I like it. So the Alchemia deck is the tarot deck that you chose that we're going to use to look at your connection with your person and see what's going on. And I love this whole little autumn themed video with all the like cute little autumn trinkets and stuff. Very cute. So let's see what's going on here. So 3 cards for your side, what you are thinking and feeling about your person right now, what you're experiencing and going through, your point of view and your side. 3 cards for their side, what they're thinking and feeling about you, what they're going through, their point of view, how they're experiencing this situation, etc. 3 cards for the past, what has happened already to bring the 2 of you to this situation that you're in at the moment and what's led you guys to this situation. 3 cards for the near future, 3 months in the future. So if you're watching this when I'm releasing it, we'll just say it's between now and let's say Valentine's Day. And a card for a longer future, which is beyond 3 months' time. Now, this is a timeless reading. So of course, if you feel like you want to calculate 3 months in the future from wherever you're watching it, feel free to do so. And then the final card, or not the final in the whole reading, but in this little section, is about, long after 3 months. So what you're going through. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely feeling alone. So I get the Hermit. And I apologize in advance because my heart really goes out to you guys where I know that you guys are probably suffering. You actually in your cards aren't suffering that much, but I would say pile 1 was. And I would say that for you, that with the Hermit here, it's still painful to not be able to talk to the person we like, So that's hard. So it does seem like with the Hermit, you do feel like that there is some alone time going on, whether maybe you or they have pulled back. There's definitely this kind of space and some distance. So there's that. But, I get the Fool, which is about taking a leap of faith. And I get for you that this is actually a very optimistic card. And I also feel like you're patient that things will turn around between you and your person, because I'm also getting the 7 of Coins, which is a card of patience and planting the seeds and letting things just naturally unfold and develop in time. So I think that for you, you're patient. You're patient and you're just going about your life right now. I think you're kind of like, okay, well, there's nothing really I can do about it, but, hopefully I hear from them, and I'd really like it if we do. For them on their side, what they are thinking and feeling about you is, it's interesting. Number 1, they're not feeling very secure. I feel like they have low self-esteem, actually. It's a very confusing energy on their side, actually. Very weird. So I get the Strength card in reverse. So your person is not feeling very strong right now. Maybe they're sick. Maybe you guys are on good terms, actually. But there's a challenge that's come up between the 2 of you that's made it so that you haven't heard from them lately. So the Strength card reversed is maybe they're not feeling good. Maybe they're feeling unwell and they don't have a lot of physical strength right now to talk to you. Maybe it's that, and maybe that's why it's like low contact or whatever. Or maybe they're just like super exhausted, super tired. Or maybe it's that they're not alone right now. It's a thing. So maybe they have family around them, or maybe they're around people and they can't really talk. I'm not so far getting third party, because I'm not feeling like, oh, they're in a relationship and their spouse is around or their partner's around. But I'm getting like, with the 5 of Swords in reverse, I'm getting that like, usually this is like focusing on self-interest, focusing on themselves to even the point of sometimes being ruthless sometimes, or overly selfish sometimes. But, with this in reverse, I feel like they're not focusing on themselves. And the Strength card is they're not really having a lot of vitality in themselves either. So maybe they're over giving to somebody in this situation, not to you clearly, but they're overly giving to somebody, and that's draining their energy, and they're not alone, and it seems like they're always surrounded by people. Maybe they're in a job that's very demanding, that they're always surrounded by people and they don't really have a lot of time, so it's a very interesting dynamic. So 5 of Swords and Strength are both reversed. But I get the Chariot. I feel like there's a part of them that wants to progress with you. They want to move forward with you in some way. They might be traveling right now. If you haven't heard from them because they're taking a trip, that's also a scenario that could be going on. So there is that. In the past, what's happened? They have not been able to be reliable for you. They've not been able to come through. So there is a decision that they had to make. Where with the 2 of Swords, there was a decision between 2 things. 1 sword here, 1 sword there. So a decision between two things. They had to make a decision. And it's interesting with this. It's like they made a decision to not show up for you. So they actively chose to not be reliable or be there for you right now at this time. Or maybe you guys both chose and decided together that they should go and off and do this thing. So maybe they're at school, or maybe they're doing something. It seems like there was some financial decision, career decision, school decision, or some decision in regards to money. Because I'm getting the Ace of Coins, but I'm getting it reversed. And I'm getting the Nine of Coins, which is reversed. So I'm also getting like, maybe they had tough finances before and they had to not spend time with you because they need to focus on their career. Even though I'm not really seeing them doing a lot of career stuff here. But I do feel like there's a lot of caretaking others or attending to others. Another option is maybe they are a caregiver and maybe somebody in their family is sick, or they're caregiving somebody sick and it's draining their energy too, and they're always around that person and they're not really available. So it's a very interesting dynamic. So yeah, but it seems like their finances in the past weren't really that good, and they weren't really able to give you an offer or show up for you or be reliable with the Ace of Coins in reverse. And I get the Eight of Coins here, a Nine of Coins here, where it's like, yeah, they just did not have a lot of money or resources or anything, and maybe that also kind of blocked them in a way. But let's see the future, though. Let's look at the near future in the next 3 months from now. What's going on? So, oh, good. Okay, good. Number one, they stop resisting you. So the Seven of Fire is usually about being in resistance or defensive or pushing people away or having to be they're too stubborn, or, standing on their principles and, kind of standing their ground, but it's kind of a way that kind of has a huge boundary. But you got it reversed. So I feel like they're dropping their guard. They're dropping their defenses. They're letting you in more. And the reason why I feel like it's connected to this is because I get the Princess of Cups, where it's like you give and receive love to each other. And you also, like, you're such a loving sweetheart. Like, you're giving your heart to them like a gift. And then I get this 10 of Cups here. So this is a beautiful energy of like happily ever after and lots of good things. So you guys are just going through a temporary little pause where I feel like this is just a temporary no contact, low contact. So there is that. So I do feel like in the next 3 months, things are going to turn around and things get like really happy. Then I get the giving and receiving of love. And I get the Seven of Wands, the defensiveness and the guardedness goes away. I love this. So if they've had to set a boundary because they're taking care of someone, or they had to set a boundary on you because they're too busy and someone's always around, or they're traveling and they're gone and they can't really talk, so there's been that like gap. But I feel like that whatever shifts in the next 3 months for you, individual situations, it goes away. But longer term in the future, I get the King of Cups reversed. I feel like this could also be a pattern. So I like how in 3 months, it's like they're coming back and it's lovely and it's wonderful and you're talking and it's communication and it's like an exchange of so much love. But then it seems like after that, it goes back to the King of Cups reverse, where again, I feel like they have so much love for you. The King of Cups and the Princess of Cups are very strong love cards. But I'm also getting that it's like they are either drained again, or they're depleted and they're giving their own energy away, their emotions away, or they can't show the love, or their person is like here today, gone tomorrow. So you also might be more in a pattern of that. So like hot and cold energy, or giving energy and drained energy. So there is kind of this situation. So I want to get some more details. All right. I want to know a little bit more. I'm going to jump to the fall deck. So I'm going to go to my Let's Fall in Love because I want to know some thoughts from your person. All right. Ooh, alrighty. Cozying up to one another. Ooh, oh yeah, all right. Oh, you guys, this is good. Okay. Cozying up to one another. So they want to snuggle with you. They want to be by the fire. They want to kiss you and hug you and snuggle you and, all these lovely things. They want to have some cozy, higgy home time. So that is like or home, I guess they call it hygge. I don't know. It's that Danish hygge word. I always call it hygge. I know they don't pronounce it that way. Anyways, so they're going to cozy up to you. I like this. And you guys, check this out. Hiding their feelings, hiding their true feelings, which we're aware that they're doing, but look at coming out of hiding. So yes, actually, I love this. So they're hiding their true feelings for you, but then they're going to stop doing so. So I do feel that they will declare their feelings for you, or they will give you a grand gesture. I feel like they will do some action, which is lovely and awesome. And then I get batshit crazy for you. So they're like super, super crazy for you. They just are trying to hide it. Maybe your person feels too much and they don't want to look psycho. They don't want to look creepy, or they don't want to look like stupid. So it seems like they're trying to hide it. Maybe they're embarrassed by their feelings. And then I get you stand apart from the rest. So, of course you do, my darling pile 2. Of course you do. Now, I have a little surprise for you guys that the other piles don't get. Sorry, other piles. So you've picked this beautiful jar, and it's absolutely beautiful. But guess what I did before this session? I put stuff in it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I wanted to unbox this or unpack it for you during the reading. I have not looked at these cards. I just at random in the middle of some of the decks on my table, I have just thrown some cards in here because I wanted to see, when will they talk to you? Will they talk to you again? So this is actually a surprise box, and nobody else got one but you. Maybe you're the only one they're talking to, and the other piles. Sorry, piles. Okay. Anyways, I want some more information for you. So, debt paid off. Okay, you guys. Some of them, they're at school, or they're at work, or they're... Okay, nobody's an indentured servant. All right. So basically, it's a situation where it's like that situation where they're like paying their karma, or they are, paying off a debt, or maybe they're taking care of someone who took care of them, or maybe they're at school and that section of time is done, or maybe they're doing a job, but then they switch jobs. So debt paid off is amazing. So they'll talk to you and send you a message when what they're doing is done. And it says, the old weight and habit of debt is lifted from you and your life. Then this is a light side, shadow side message by Liv Tarot. And it says, I want the best for you. So I feel like that your person really hopes that during this time period of their absence, that you're doing well, that you're happy. You seem like you are. You seem like you're happily going about your life. It seems like you're not overly concerned or worried about this connection, which is good. Finances and financial challenges are affecting this connection. So there's definitely something going on here where I feel like that this situation is being affected by money and by finances. So I do feel like in this connection and in this situation that your person is definitely being affected by either a job or a career or a school, or like they don't have the money to come see you or to come to you, or, like with this in the past, you got the Ace of Coins in reverse, you got the Nine of Coins in reverse, like their money is not doing super well. So, and then honestly, it might continue to not really do that well because, not that it won't get better, but just that and we're here in the current energy, it doesn't really show that they're like working really hard on income, on like earning it. Like they're taking care of someone, or they're in school, which is not like a wealthy thing, or it's like they're doing something that they have to pay off. Maybe they have a big debt and they have to pay that off first. That could be. Some of them actually might have an actual debt, like a credit card debt or a student loan debt, or they might have a big debt that they have to pay off first. And then they'll be able to get freed up. So there's that. But yeah, so there's a financial challenge that's affecting this connection, but then they have time for play. So then they have time for you. So that's where they're like, oh my gosh, I can race in and I can be with pile 2. So exciting. I'm glad about that. And it's also important for you too that you see the loyalty. So they do have a lot of loyalty towards you, and they really do care for you. And I even love how she's like, cozying up with this puppy, like they want to cozy up to you. And I do feel like touch is probably a huge love language of theirs, and they're probably extremely expressive with how their like physical touch. And then I get 4 of Wands. This is great. This is actually a very strong relationship card, you guys. So I feel like this connection could actually even build towards a commitment or a relationship or being in something that's like very together. So I love this. So I feel like this low or no contact situation is going to turn around and it's going to progress to something that's a lot more stable. All right. So thank you, surprise box cards. Let's go to some other decks. All right, I wanted a little key with you. So let's go to some of these. We'll go to some Twin Flame Current Vibes. Sister Moon Tarot. So there's this. And later on, we're going to get to maybe when will they contact you again. So even though it seems like within the next 3 months they do, so it seems pretty soon. All right. So we'll do 3 cards for their current energy with you. So what are some of their current vibes? Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't blame you for liking your person. They seem so sweet. Even if they don't always express it to you, I think you can just tell that they have like the biggest heart. It says, someday we will be together and look back and laugh at this mess. Oh, you guys, literally, that is so beautiful. It is so, so sweet and cute. Okay, that like touched my heart more than like it usually does. All right, your person's a sweetie. Wash away, your love washes away all my troubles. Your love cleanses my soul. I feel like you make your person feel very healed and very loved, and you're the one that gives your person strength. And so I feel like being away from you, that's another reason why they feel very drained right now, and they're not enjoying being away from you. I feel like it's making them not that happy. So there is that. So you wash away their troubles. Divine feminine energy. That's right. Your feminine energy really soothes them. So that is so beautiful. They love your feminine energy. And it's interesting the way she's looking. She's looking into this orb, and you can see her face in the orb. I feel like it's like they see themselves in you, or they see that you can see right into them. Maybe they're not expressive to you so much because they feel like you already know. That they're all like, oh yeah, well, you know, pile 2, they know. So maybe they're just not so much of a words person as well. Maybe they're more in like a physical touch, you know, situation. Or acts of service, because they're probably taking care of someone. So they're probably acts of service. So there is that. So that's interesting. Okay, let's look at some messages of love. All right. My cat sleeping on the couch. He's adorbs. Okay. So, what does pile 2's person feel for pile 2? They feel like they need to wait. So, they're very aware that you guys are in a waiting time right now. So, they know that the timing is not right and that they know they need to wait, but that they appreciate your support very, very much. They appreciate your patience very, very much. And maybe they feel like they can only be a friend to you right now, or they really appreciate your friendship right now with the friendship card, because I do feel like they feel that they need to like wait, and that, you know, they appreciate your support and they want to give you like, you know, encouragement and good vibes, good support energy, even though I don't think they can really support you in any kind of financial or physical way right now. But I do feel like that they're patient, that things will unfold in divine timing. And I do feel like that in the right timing, that's when their friendship will lead to more with you. So that is beautiful, or that's when they'll be able to really fully be able to connect with you. So that would be awesome. So yes. Now I want to see what are some of their thoughts about you. So what would they say to you if they could send you a message? So if they could send you a message and their blocks were removed, what would they say to you? Oh, your person is spicy. That's not a surprise. You guys got the Carnelian, and they are a touch love language. So there is this. Aww. Nice. Okay, so what I'm getting for your person is, first of all, I get, you are so beautiful. Why do you need me? So they really appreciate your beauty inside and out. They appreciate how lovely you are. I feel like your person really feels like, wow, I don't really have a lot I can give. I don't really have money. I don't really have much that I can do. Why would they even pick me? So I feel like your person doesn't feel like they have it going on, and that's why they have a little low self-esteem, and they're feeling a little drained, and they're feeling like depleted in resources. And so they're kind of feeling like, why would pile 2 even love me? But they do imagine you naked, so they definitely like that. So they're definitely fantasizing about you. They're definitely thinking about you. If they could communicate with you, they would definitely send you some sexy text if they felt like you would be open to that. I feel like they're very passionate towards you. I get happiness is my priority. So I do feel like that for you guys, that, you know, they're really trying to structure their life in a way where they can be happy. But I also feel like they feel maybe a little stuck right now, or maybe they feel like they have to like have things run their course. So there's that. Because I do feel that they wish that things were different. Now, I mean, happiness is their priority, so I feel like they do want to structure their life so they can get to that point. So I feel like they will try to get there, though. And they do wish things were different. I feel like they're going to try to take action on it. And when they are free, I feel like they do come to you. So that is beautiful. And then, or they will. And then I sometimes wonder if you care. So during these times of no contact, low contact, they don't really get reassurance from you because you guys aren't talking. So I feel like, or not a lot of talk. So I feel like they wonder, like, do you care about them? Will you still care about them if this continues on and, you know, keeps going in this direction? Like, will they still be able to keep your love and all that? So I feel like they wonder if you'll care. And that if you do, when they can't really give to you what you need or what you want. Even though you seem pretty self-sufficient and happy-go-lucky. Even though, at least right now. Let's see here. So I have Ocean of Emotion. I want to see what they're feeling right now for you. Inspired. Your light illuminates my mind and soul. So it seems like you inspire them. You're lifting them up. It seems like they definitely try to, I feel like you're motivating them just by their feelings for you. I feel like they really do want to create a life that you guys can enjoy. So that's beautiful. So I do feel like they are inspired. At least today, they're feeling pretty optimistic. They're feeling pretty motivated. So that's awesome. I get the Irresponsible card where it says, I can't keep it together and I know I've already screwed up. Yeah, I feel like their finances aren't that good, but I don't see them really doing a lot of like actual energy to make it better. So improving their finances, I don't know if they're really doing that, but maybe they're not really in that spot in their life where they can. Like if they're in school or if they are, you know, taking care of someone who's sick or something like that. And then I get depth. I want to give you more of me and I want more of you. So I do feel like that your person does feel like there is a strong connection there. They want to communicate more. They want to be more connected to you. But I know that right now they feel a little restricted about doing so. And then I get Independent. I admire your freedom to be who you truly are. And that's interesting because this card really looks similar to the Fool, where it's like, this is you. And they see you. They see your independence. They see your freedom. They see your liveliness, your light, your brightness. They see all that, and they really admire that. They wish they could be that. I think you are a lot more free than they are, so that's beautiful. And then I get Despise. I'm full of hate. So I think they're not happy about their situation right now. I think they're angry about like what has happened in their life, or kind of like them getting the short end of the stick in a way. I feel like maybe they feel other people have more privilege than them, and maybe they feel like they're just not really set up in a way that they're like able to thrive. So I feel like there's that. But as a final message for you, I want to know, oh yeah, we were going to look at when would they talk to you. Let me see. When will they communicate with you, since it looks like they will in the next 3 months? So, 2, 3. All right, Emperor, Aries energy. So, obviously if you're watching this video when I'm releasing it, Aries energy is too far in the future. But for others of you, I feel like Emperor Aries energy between March 21st to April 21st is a time period where your person will send you a message, or where you guys will talk, or at least talk more or more in depth. So that is one of the windows of time that your person will talk to you. For others of you, I get Knight of Swords, which if you're watching this when I'm releasing this, this is Aquarius energy. So this would be more towards the end of the 3-month mark. So it would be from January 21st to February 18th. So this would be, in the end of the 3-month time period. For others of you, this also represents Gemini energy, which is June. So that's May 21st to June 21st. And this is also Libra energy, which is September 21st to October 21st. And the other window of time where they would talk with you would be 9 of Cups, would be a water sign month. So for some of you, they will keep talking to you this November during the Scorpio month. So there is that. For others of you, they'll talk to you during the month of Pisces, which is February 18th until March 21st, or during the month of Cancer, which is June 21st to July 21st. So those are 3 windows of time that your person would be reaching out to you. And since your person is kind of like I'm here today, gone tomorrow, they will probably talk to you in the majority of those windows of time. And that's another reason why I got more than one card, because I was thinking, this is a person that's in and out, hot and cold. So I feel like you'll hear from them. Okay, so sequentially, if you're, from when I'm releasing it, you'll hear from them in November. You'll hear from them in February. You'll hear from them in March. You'll hear from them in April. You'll hear from them in June. You'll hear from them in July. And you'll hear from them in October. So I feel like you'll be hearing from them intermittently throughout the year. So that's very good, you guys. All right, so that is what I have for you. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading. If you feel like this did not resonate, or this was not your situation and this did not feel like your person, feel free to pick another reading or another video. Sometimes we receive some of the messages, but not all of them resonate because there are multiple people watching and this is a collective reading. But for most of these messages will or should resonate with you. So if they don't, pick another one. And for those of you that resonated, if you like this video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys have subscribed, feel free to hit the notification bell and make sure you've clicked that so you know when I upload stuff that are new videos, community board posts, shorts, stuff like that. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your fall, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading today. I hope you're doing well. I know that this is a little bit of a tough topic because you all who click on this video are in either no contact situations with your person, where you haven't heard from your person recently or maybe for a long time, or in a low contact situation with them where maybe they talk to you infrequently, or they talk to you but it's not really that deep or serious, or you only hear from them once in a while, or it's only little bits. So my heart goes out to you if you are suffering in this way, and I'm excited to channel for you to see, will you hear from your person, and maybe when, stuff that's going on in this connection and what you're going through and maybe why, and what they're going through and why, and maybe what they're thinking about you and some more insight into their mind. So you guys have picked a couple of cool things. So the first thing is you've picked this beautiful, beautiful bike, and it's very autumn. I love the pumpkin, and I love, all of this with the basket overflowing, and it's very, very cute. So I love how this is beautiful. And it's interesting that you've picked a bicycle because this is about forward motion and things moving forward. So I think that's awesome. So maybe there is some travel in your future with your person. You also have picked this absolutely stunning, beautiful citrine, which I feel like it basically glows. It's so awesome. So this citrine is very, very pretty. It gives some happiness and optimism to maybe an otherwise, difficult situation, and maybe even a little financial help as well. And you guys have also picked the After Tarot. So I love this deck, and it's actually my favorite tarot deck in the whole trio that they've come out with, where we have a Before Tarot, an After Tarot, and then the World Tarot. So the After Tarot is cool because it basically takes the Rider-Waite Tarot deck and then it expands upon that concept. So it takes a traditional card and then it gives it a little twist, which gives us more details and information to help you in your relationships. So I love this because it gives information that a normal tarot card deck doesn't give. So it's super, super fun. I'm just putting this in frame for you so you can see it. Maybe it wants to go in front. There we go. All right. So I'm going to do a little traditional spread right now, and we're going to see what's going on in your connection to start off. So the first is I have 3 cards for you on your side, what you're thinking and feeling about your person currently, what you're experiencing with them, and your point of view. So this is like what you're going through and how you're thinking and feeling. This is their side, how they're thinking and feeling about you, what they're going through in this connection, their point of view. This is the past, what has happened already to bring the 2 of you to this current situation to now. This is the future in the next 3 months. So hopefully we'll see some communication cards in there. We like to see communication cards like some swords, not the endings, but you know, we like to see some cards that are swords cards. We like to see communication cards in there, or forward motion or progress or happiness. And so this would be 3 months out. So since I'm releasing this mid-November, this would be between now and Valentine's Day. But you guys, this is a timeless reading. So you guys can watch this at any time and this will apply to you. So just calculate 3 months from when you're watching it. And then also this is a longer term future. So this is what's happening beyond 3 months from now. So that's basically after Valentine's Day or 3 months beyond your window. So this would be probably kind of like for the rest of the year and not the rest of 2022. So, all right, let's see here. So what's going on with you? You feel like you guys are a destiny. I get the Temperance card. So you do feel like there's a lot of destiny in this connection, that there is a lot of stuff that you guys are meant to do together, that there is a life purpose you guys have, that there's a lot that you can achieve together, and that you're meant to be together. So I do get this card for you, which is beautiful. Then I get that you may have been, or you may go back and forth between being a little defensive in this connection, where I get the 7 of Wands, where maybe your guard is up, or you're bracing yourself, or maybe you're feeling frustrated, or maybe there's some pent-up anger or frustration, or maybe you're feeling defensive, or you're feeling critical, or you're feeling like you have to really, really fight for this connection. So you might be feeling that. You also might feel like you have to stand your ground and that you have to stand on your principles. Then I get the 9 of Wands, where at other times you relax into it, you feel better about things, you feel like the battle is over, you don't have to be so defensive, maybe you soften up a bit, and maybe you feel like a little bit like a wounded soldier. So maybe you're feeling a little bit like you guys have gone through a lot in this connection and you're thinking about, you know, what can happen now. For your person, oh my God, you guys say, oh, I like it. They're going to talk to you like immediately. I already got the communication card, but I don't want to spoil it. Keep watching. There's a lot of information that will come out. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I get the 2 of Cups. Look at how sweet. Look at how beautiful. Look how he's holding her. Look at how lovely it is. Look at the cutest little white cat. I love this. The Catus on top is about healing, and that's lovely. But he's not just holding her like in the 2 of Cups where they come together. He is like cradling her. He is like comforting her and nurturing her, and he is like putting his whole head and body on her. He is just like, his hand is on her head and she's just like in him. I feel like your person wants to give you, this is what happens. Okay, look at this. Sometimes you come at your person and you're like, rawr, 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 like an angry puppy. And your person's like, shh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. That's cute. And then you're soothed. And then you calm down. I feel like your person might be in a low contact or no contact with you because they're giving you some time to cool off for some of you. Also, I'm feeling like they're trying to de-escalate any drama. But I do feel like they want to nurture you and comfort you and give you love. I get the Empress, which they look at you and see you as like their goddess. They're like, why would I ever cut off contact with you? Oh my gosh, you are literally everything. So the Empress is like a beautiful card where they see you as their ideal person, their ideal lover. They want to cherish you so much. And this is the Ace of Swords. This is the communication card, you guys. It has, I think it's a hawk up top with the little hat. So I'm sure it's a hawk. It's like a messenger card. It's about sending you a message, a pigeon, a telegram, anything. It's about communication, and that's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, your person absolutely intends on messaging you and being in communication. So you guys are probably not in a no contact. You guys are probably even together, but you guys might be in a low contact right now, or maybe they're giving you space at the minute or whichever. Wow, no, you guys went through some tough times. Okay, so in the past, I feel like the Wheel of Fortune. So things have turned around for you. You guys have gone through together some really beautiful times. Some really, really lucky, lovely, wonderful times. So that's good. I feel like, you know, things have been lovely for you in the past. You guys, your happy moments have been like joy, like such happy moments. But your tough moments have been hard. So we get the Tower, and look at this Tower card. Nobody's having any fun. Nobody's having any fun. There are a lot of explosions. There's a lot of passion at times. There's a lot of heat in this connection. Oh my God, those poor dears. And like literally, if you look at it upright, look at those poor little babies. They're like dead at the bottom of the tower. So what's good though is you got this in reverse. So even though you guys probably have had times in the past where maybe even you've broken up, it seems like you've been able to heal from it. You've been able to turn things around. Even your worst arguments, you've been able to turn around. So that is good. That is something that's necessary in relationships, is that repair. It's very crucial. It seems like right now maybe they're even trying to give you a little bit of a repair. And then I get in the past the Two of Swords, where I feel like they needed to make a decision or a choice, or there's something in this connection where maybe they had a Tower moment and they were like, I need to do things differently. Or maybe you were the Tower moment crashing down, being like, you need to do something differently. So you're kind of charging at it with your little stick. So it's an interesting dynamic. And then I get for the future in the next 3 months. So it's interesting. All these cards are reversed. Seems like your person's in a very good energy currently space with you. So much love. In the future, I feel like for you, okay, number one, right now, you might be coming at your person with a stick. In the future, or you might feel like it's a destiny that you're standing up for something in this connection or them, or maybe you're just fighting for them. And your person is like, yes, I love you. But it seems like in the future that if you're mad about something or if there's something difficult, I feel like it calms down. So I do get with the Princess of Wands in reverse that like any like overly angry or frustrated energy soothes. So that is good. But I'm also getting you probably don't feel that attractive or sexy. I'm getting the Two of Wands in reverse as well. You guys might not be that sexual. Maybe you guys are separated at a distance. The Princess of Wands can be that. I feel like maybe that you guys might need to travel to each other or travel with each other with this bicycle here. And the Two of Fire is really like a reversed energy. So it's kind of like wanting to travel but not being able to, or wanting to think about the future but having a hard time with it. So in the next 3 months, it's tough. I'm still getting this in reverse, and I'm getting this Three of Cups card, which normally it's like so happy and celebration, but it's in reverse. So whatever is going on in this connection that's making you so mad or frustrating you about your person, whatever rough patch you guys are going through, I feel like nobody's having any fun. It's not like a disaster like in the past. There have been some blowouts, but I would say that it's definitely like a not fun energy. Maybe more depressing, bored, or maybe like restrictive, not able to talk, but it's definitely more like not so like aliveness. It's not so like vibrant. And then in the future, I get the Star in reverse. If there is a situation with your person's career, it might be difficult, or you might find yourself having a hard time holding on to the hope in this connection, because it's like if your person who deeply loves you is continually soothing you and pacifying you, there's only so long that you'll probably want to like keep enduring this without actual change. So I get the star in reverse, which is like, I feel like you guys are looking for some hope in this connection, but hope has been hard. But I want to see a little bit more about what's going on in your person, in your life. When will they communicate with you more? Let's see. I'm going to go to the Truth deck. I like this deck a lot. So for pile 3, what's going on in this connection? Immature emotions. Okay, so I feel like maybe your person is trying to soothe you. Maybe you have some emotions kicking up in you where you're frustrated. Maybe they're doing something that's not really making you happy. But it seems like maybe that you guys are feeling, maybe you're feeling triggered right now. And then take a trip. Yes, I do feel like you guys are definitely going to travel to see each other. So I do feel like you guys will be able to see each other. You'll be able to take a trip. That'll be lovely. I get alignment. Yeah, you guys just need to be around each other. You guys need to talk. You guys need to be around each other. That's what will fix this connection. And then I get that will be what snaps this relationship into positive energy. So that is what's going to fix it. And new lifestyle. So that will also be a catalyst to maybe create a new lifestyle between you and your person. So I feel like you guys are together in a way, or at least you guys are talking in a way, but I feel like that it's really not really helpful energy. So dates that I get for this potential trip, or for when this energy can go more into alignment, is I get January 4th, I get February 1st, I get January 1st or November 8th, I get August 1st. So these are some dates that might be your or their birthday, or it might be important dates coming up where you guys can talk. It might be when they send you a message, or when you take a trip, or, you know, when this energy will snap into more of a positive energy and go back more into alignment more. So there is this. Let's see. What do I want to look at? Romance angels? Okay. I was surprised. I'm like, I didn't really think about that one. Mainly because I get new decks and I always like going with my new ones. But we'll go with an old faithful. Well, your person loves you. Because, you know, we got that beautiful, comforting, gentle, nurturing 2 of Cups. And the Empress. And the Ace of Swords, which is talking. So you guys, I'm not worried about you guys talking. But I want to see maybe about some other dynamics in this connection. To maybe improve it. Because it sucks that you guys are in a situation where you're even in this wondering about whether you guys will talk or not, because you guys have such a bond. So I feel like you guys shouldn't even be here. Like, you shouldn't even be in this place where you're not talking with your kind of connection. So this is beautiful. So it does seem like there's also just something that's maybe restricting you guys in this connection, or even restricting the communication. So number 1, I get calling in your soulmate. So I do feel like your person looks at you as a very big, beautiful soulmate to them. So they look at it as very, very obvious to themselves, because I'm getting the love card, or new love, where I feel like they're feeling a surgence of romantic feelings, which is very beautiful. And then it's interesting because it seems like with these 2 cards, sometimes people get scared of love or soulmates. But in this particular case, I see that your person feels like it's safe for them to love, or that they want you to know that you are safe with them, or that it's safe to love them, or that you are safe. So I feel like they're trying to give you this reassurance, or this energy here. And then I'm getting free yourself and worth waiting for, where I feel like if something is restricting your person, or they're feeling like the timing is difficult right now, then I feel like they're trying to free themselves from whatever is being an obstacle or difficult, and I get worth waiting for. So I feel like your person also feels like they really want to keep working on this connection with you, and that it's worth putting the time and energy and attention into it, and that you know, even if something has to pass, that they are willing to wait. So there is this. Is there anything you can do to, let's see, anything you can do to facilitate more communication. Maybe we can go to twin flame current vibes, maybe. I'm just kind of going with my intuition, like what decks will answer these questions, what messages are coming through for you. What can you do maybe to facilitate more communication or more effective or better communication, if anything? Sunshine. I still believe there will be sunshine after the rain. So maybe it's about having a little bit of faith in this connection, that knowing that when the connection is difficult, that there will still be some beautiful things that come up in your connection later on. So to not look at the rain or the hard time as the end point. The reflecting, I am reflecting on my own actions and realizing the error of some of my ways. All right, so nobody likes to be called out. I get that. But if you feel like there's something that you're doing, maybe you can reflect on your own self and see, like, is there something you're doing that's pushing your person away? Or is there something you're doing that maybe, like, how do you direct your energy or your anger or your frustration? Do you self-soothe on your own? Do you assert yourself? Do you speak your needs? Do you need to speak your needs? Do you need to speak up? Do you need to speak less? You know? Secrets. There is a lot about me I don't share. Ways I feel, things I have done, I hold it all in. So are there things you're not saying, pile 3? Maybe there's something that you're not saying to your person that they might need to know. So maybe there is that. Maybe reflect upon the things that you're keeping secret. Or maybe are you pulling back when your person pulls back? Or when your person is busy, do you shut down? Do you get mad? You know, so how are your reactions? And also, what do you choose not to share? And then karmic tie-up. I have to stay with them because there is still karma here. So I feel like this is twofold. One, I feel like maybe you guys are together and there's karma between the two of you, and this difficult communication situation that you guys are going through is because there is a karmic situation going on. Maybe there's something karmic in your or their life that needs to be cleared up, and then you guys can have a smoother go at it. Or maybe that, you know, there is, karma between you guys, or maybe they have karma with something else or someone else, or you have karma with something else or someone else. And the someone else could be a family member or a job, or it could be like something else. So I'm just noticing how cool is this ray of light right now. It's kind of like very angelic. Okay, so that's awesome. I feel like your angels are like with you right now. All right. What do I want to know? Have I done already? When will they talk to you next? Well, I feel like they're going to talk to you immediately. We got the Ace of Swords, but let's see here. Windows of time where your person will talk to you next. The Moon. Things are a little murky. Things are a little confusing, but I do get November energy. Maybe on the next full moon or new moon. I'm also getting with the moon energy, it might be, I get Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So, and if, you know, immediately is more like you're watching this in November, we're still in November, this is Scorpio energy. So that would be between now and November 21st for you. And I say now, meaning the date I'm releasing this video, I think the 16th. So let's say like this next week. Also, I'm getting for others of you March energy. So from February 18th to March 21st. And then Cancer energy, which is strong because of the moon. That's a strong one. And that's from June 21st to July 21st. Then I get the same one. This is just further confirmation of how much they care for you and they love you, and that's beautiful. This is a Cancer energy card. So again, Cancer. Cancer comes out very strong. So June 21st, July 21st is very, very powerful. And then also if you guys are in, and I get the Empress again for you guys, which is beautiful, and then Venus, which is May. So also I want to let you know too that with the Two of Cups and the Moon, that if you guys are in low contact where you guys actually are talking, which you probably are, but maybe it's infrequent or it's not as much or it's restrained or whatever, then I would say that these are the months where they will share more, where maybe the conversations will be more productive, more effective, more loving, more expressive, more open, more, romantic or important. So there is that. So Cancer energy, again, June 21st, July 21st, and the Empress, which is May, so that's April 21st to May 21st. So those are windows of time that are strong for you guys. All right, so now I want to see, let's see some fall stuff. Let's see, what are they thinking about you? What would they say to you if they could express themselves? So if they felt like they could share anything with you, what would they say? Coming out of hiding. Yes, if they could come out of hiding. We will make it through this storm, which is where you got the sunshine and you got the rain. You belong to me, trying to find my way back to you. I want to grow old with you. All right, your person is highly romantic, you guys. So first of all, if your person could say anything, they would come out of hiding. Your person might be one that's just not a words person, or they might not be expressive naturally by their personality. So I get coming out of hiding, where I do feel like your person really does try and will try to, I feel like they try to be expressive when they can, but I feel like they really try to make this relationship work, is really more what I'm thinking. I feel like they're going to try to make this relationship work more. If they could say anything, they will say that, we will make it through the storm. I feel like they really do believe that you guys have the power to be able to make it. And then trying to find my way back to you. I feel like your person is really trying to be with you or unite with you. If you are in separation or in some sort of situationship, then I would say that they are really trying to unite with you, to make their way back to you, maybe to bicycle to you, fly to you, boat to you, drive to you. They're trying to be with you. So that's beautiful, metaphorically or even geographically. I want to grow old with you. And it's interesting too, this one also has rain. So see how both of them, this is the third card that you get about a rain. So there are like umbrellas on this card. There is a rainstorm the couple is in on this card. So I feel like in this situation that these are more cards reinforcing like that this is just a rainy patch of your connection and that there will be sunshine coming up. So it just seems like it may be a long storm. So there's something like this. So they want to grow old with you. We will make it through the storm and you belong to me. Look how sweet. So I feel like that your person really, really feels connected to you. They feel like you are theirs. They seem like they love you deeply. I mean, this is great. We got the Two of Cups twice and the Empress twice. So that's a lot. Then I want to see, what are some messages from Divine Masculine? We'll look at this. All right, so what would they say to pile 3 from a more vulnerable spot? If they could communicate more of a vulnerability to pile 3, what would be truthful for them and what would be their truth? Wallowing in despair and keeping myself stuck. Yeah, I do feel like there is that storm. There is that rainstorm. Wow. Wallowing in despair and keeping myself stuck. So I feel like that's why you've been waiting. Maybe that's why you've been frustrated with your person. You're like, oh my gosh, just take action. Just do it. Like, please just like fight for us. I feel like you feel frustrated and you're just wanting them to like get off their butt and like do it. Pretending to be happy with my current situation when I'm not. So your person is not very happy with their current situation right now, and they feel like that's where they're wanting to soothe you. They're wanting to be like, just, more time, patience, please, love you, all of that. Wow, that's interesting. I highly admire and respect you for working on yourself. So they appreciate that, but this is the one I was like, oh my God. So yes, wow, debating whether to reach out to you or not. So your person is debating to communicate with you, and I'm sure they will end up doing so because they got the Ace of Swords, so, and immediately. So they're debating whether to reach out to you or not, and we are mirroring each other right now. So I do feel like maybe you both are pulled back, maybe you're both feeling frustrated, maybe you're both wishing to be together, maybe you're both feeling the same, maybe you're both wanting to talk. So that's powerful. All right, and What are some more of their thoughts with the Hermit? What would they say to you if they could? Ah, I meant what I said. So there is that. I feel like that the words they have said to you that are romantic and beautiful, they were honest. Words do hurt. So I feel like maybe they're not communicating to you if they feel like talking to you would hurt somebody else. Also, I feel like that they don't want to say painful words to you. And if they, and sometimes they feel like they don't want to hurt you if they can't be there for you right now. Or they don't want to hurt you if there's just something in their way or blocking this connection. And then I want to get you drunk is basically they want to have fun with you. They want to party with you. They want to have a good time with you. They want to be with you. But I feel like they're having a hard time having time for fun and for playing around and for having a good time. And then I just want space. So I do feel like they also need some space right now. And maybe they're not asking you for space because they feel like that might hurt you. If they were like, hey, if I was like, hey, pal 3, I just need to work on this thing right now for a few weeks, like I'll be back. Then you could be, in reaction to that, really hurt. And if you're hurt, maybe you would cut things off, or you would not want to talk to them, or maybe you would do something drastic. So I feel like they're just kind of taking space instead of asking for space, because it seems like they're just needing space or wanting it. So it seems like that's what they're doing right now. And so maybe that's why they're not talking to you as much. But they are very, very obsessed with your body. So they're very attracted to you. And if they could say anything to you, I feel like that they would tell you how attracted to you they are. And then I'm going to end with some Ocean of Emotion cards because I am curious about. All right. What are they feeling for you right now in this no contact, low contact situation? Sabotage. They are sabotaging it and they know it. And that's why they're trying to comfort you and calm you down, because they're doing actions that are sabotaging this connection and you're feeling frustrated and fed up. And they probably have been doing it for a while. Limited. They feel so limited and they feel like there's nothing they can do about it right now. So there might be a situation where they're like, I can't even do anything about this. Like, I can't even change it if I wanted to. I would change it if I could, but I can't. So I am just wallowing in despair and keeping myself stuck. Broken. I don't know how to fix the pain in my heart. Your person's depressed. I feel like your person is sad. Sometimes we want space when we're depressed and when we're sad. And I feel like that might be another reason why they're doing that. Maybe you're wanting them to light a fire under them, but they're just sad. They would like to work together to build stability with you, though. So I don't feel like they want to be in a low contact or no contact situation with you. I feel like they want to work together with you to build stability. And I get truth. I know you can feel me and you're inside my mind. You know the truth I've been trying to hide. So I feel like you probably already know what they're thinking and feeling. And it seems like you intuitively pick it up, or you're remembering things they've done and said that are similar to things they're doing and saying or not saying now. And it seems like that you're very aware of what's going on in this connection. So there is that. And then I'll just do a final message actually here. How will this situation get better? Wow, too many cards. Final message. How will this situation get better? All right, we will take these. Destiny, divine intervention. There is destiny that's going to happen, that's going to take place in this connection. The Fool, which is taking a leap of faith, diving forward right away, taking a risk. The Six of Swords, literally there's that boat where both of you are crossing these waters, going to shore, being safe together, being together. Knight of Swords, which is your person. And I love it. Even here, they're like a little sword energy. And Knight of Swords, I feel like that's when they're going to communicate to you a lot more. So probably when you guys are in person more, when they are in your energy, when they're next to you, and you guys will talk more. And I also feel like that's how this will get better. So that is what I see for you, pile 3. I hope this has helped you. And I am here for you if you need me. If you feel like this wasn't your situation or didn't resonate with you, feel free to pick another pile or another video. And if you did like this, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you've subscribed but you haven't hit the notification bell, you may want to do that so you get updates of when I release new videos, post shorts, post on the community board, all that fun stuff. So I hope you guys are having a good time, and I hope your person works it out, because I feel like they're going to communicate with you soon, and they're already debating whether to reach out to you now or not, and they probably will. So I feel like your person loves you. I just feel like you guys are in a tricky spot right now, but I don't feel like this is the end. I don't feel like it's over, and I feel like they're going to talk to you and they're going to reach out. So until next time, you guys, take care. Bye.